Caelan, going into the November window, you had played 3 URC games. No disrespect to the URC, but moving into this window, Six Nations, you played 4 Champions Cup matches and the Munster Derby. How much more match hardened do you feel now? Do you think your team mates are as well compared to them?
Yeah, I definitely feel in a good place. I've been pretty happy with my performances with Leinster between the international blocks. And I think if you look at the provinces prior to coming into autumn versus prior to coming into the Six Nations, I think performances and results have been a lot stronger. So across the board, all 4 provinces. So yeah, I think we were able to hit the ground running a little bit quicker this time around, and yeah, hopefully that'll show tomorrow.
And do you think there's lessons to be learned from losing your opening match? Not normal that Ireland normally start winning pretty well. You didn't, but I presume there's, if nothing else, just mentally and emotionally, there's lessons to be learned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you say, I think we've done it pretty well traditionally, and if you look back to last year, starting over in France, we hit the ground running well there as well. Probably one of the lessons was when you're taking on all the detail, you can get a little bit overly absorbed in that and forget about some of the more important things around physicality and intent. So it's always a battle of marrying those two together, and I think we'll be ready to do that tomorrow.
Thanks. England normally have a kind of 6'6", number 6 in the pack line-out jumping. What do you expect from them at the line-out this week, and how much did you have to check? How much did you tweak from your own approach after you saw the selection, which was probably a bit of a surprise? Yeah,
the line-out area isn't exactly my forte. I tend to leave that to the second rows and the sixes, but when you're looking at their back row, it's quite clear their intent around the breakdown and what they can deliver there. All 3 very strong ball carriers, but yeah, like I say, they're all a nuisance at the breakdown, all very capable of poaching and plenty of turnovers. So there's probably a clear intent to come after the breakdown there. Some of their backs as well are very capable there, so it's going to be a big area that we need to get right.
Do you change when you see the team selected the way it's been selected? Do you change your own approach at all?
Not a whole lot. It probably sharpens the mind around certain areas, breakdown being one, but that was an area that we were aware needed to improve and was going to be a big factor in tomorrow's game anyway.
Thanks. Rory, Alan, then Sinead.
Follow up, Fraser McBride was very successful in that area, so I'm sure you've looked at it an awful lot. But when there's 3 catchers going after you all the time, do you just have to keep it off the deck a little bit more? Is there a change in tack that way?
I think it's more just around breakdown habits. We've built them well over the last 10 days, and when you've got to have a heightened sense of awareness around those 3 in particular. But every breakdown, winning the battles, winning the races, limiting the separation between the ball carrier, and just having a heightened sense of awareness around it, I think.
We just thought it's a big day for Ireland there. He also played for Trinity about 6 weeks ago. So how have you seen him kind of perform for Leinster since he's come back from those couple of injuries that he had, and what does he bring to your back row that maybe is a change from the guys who've been there before?
His line-out work is obviously, he puts a ton in behind the scenes there, a ton of work in behind the scenes in terms of his video and his analysis, and delivers very well there defensively and in attack. And then apart from that, it's what you see around the pitch. He's an incredible athlete. He's got the sort of athleticism, the acceleration and top speed of a back 3. And you see what he's done, La Rochelle, when he breaks through. He's had plenty of examples of that over the years. So yeah, looking forward to seeing him on the ball tomorrow, but also his line-out work is very good. He's been strong around the breakdown too. So yeah, I'm excited for him.
Thanks. Owen.
Okay, Caelan. And you're obviously back-to-back champions. Do you feel you've something to prove to show you're that team skill and stop people talking in November?
Yeah, prove to ourselves, as in how we train, the plans we have. There's a ton of belief in there. There's that, I would have said last week as well, that there was definitely a bit of frustration around autumn and a feeling that we weren't at our best. So there's excitement about getting back there and showing ourselves and everyone else that we are capable of very strong performances. So it's something we're excited about.
Thanks, Sinead.
Just on the Sanford, I guess again, Caelan, is he the kind of guy who's loving the kind of pressure that comes with making a Six Nations debut against England?
I think so. I think as a 10, there's probably more pressure than most, more eyes on you than most, especially when you're filling someone like Johnny's boots. But yeah, he leans on the group, and he also loves rugby, it's his dream job. He's living the dream. So I think that always helps as well. And he's young. He's still figuring things out a little bit, but he's the quality of him as a player and his ability to lead the attack. Crowley as well, the two of them. There's no doubt around that. And yeah, I'm excited to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, so you're not the only captain for the first time in the Six Nations. Mallow, obviously. So, what are your feelings about him as a player and a man? And also, you've both been mooted as potential Lions captains in the summer. I'm sure it's not anywhere near the forefront of your mind, but is it something you are thinking about, even just at the back somewhere, that would be something you would aspire to?
On Maro, I think he's probably, in how he plays, he's quite a natural leader, really. He's very abrasive, very confrontational, strong around set piece, very physical and nuisance at the breakdown. And you can kind of see the energy that a strong performance from him, the impact that has on the team. So I think that's been evident for a number of years, and it's no surprise really that he's in the captaincy role. In terms of Lion stuff, it's not at the forefront of my mind at all. I'm very aware that in order to be selected first of all, you need a strong Six Nations, and yeah, that's definitely my focus at the minute, trying to get my individual performances as best as possible.
Last couple of questions. Rory Keane, then we'll finish up with Michael Scully.
Actually, the guy said it's business as usual. You went to Paris there, but he's been so good in the past to set that emotional tone for games, the way he speaks and everything. I was wondering, as captain, do you feel a bit of extra pressure in that regard in terms of setting that tone before matches like tomorrow?
Sorry, who did you mention there at the start? Faz. Yeah, well, I think Sai's capable of doing that very well as well. Pete's not playing this week, but he's rode in quite a bit over the last couple of days and hits that emotional tone, as do many in the leadership group. So, yeah, it's definitely something that's important, but I think there's guys who are capable of doing it.
Next final question, Michael.
When you spoke at the launch about wanting to find more consistency yourself over Six Nations, is there a danger of chasing it too hard as a player and as a team? You know, when you're looking for three in a row as well.
Yeah, probably. It goes back to what I said there a few minutes ago about just trusting the work, not forcing things, not trying too hard, which is a little bit counterintuitive. But yeah, I like to play with instincts and kind of not do too much thinking. So trusting the habits that I've built in training and trusting the work I've done off the pitch as well, so I can just go out there and have fun.